All right, now let's talk about something called the DOM, the Document Object Model. And this is where you can allow for the JavaScript code to get, change, add, or delete HTML to cause interactions with the user on the page. So let's review some information. We have objects, and we talked about objects in Alice, objects in Unity, and we have objects in JavaScript. An HTML element is an object. We also have the properties for that object. So if you look, the objects are the thing, like the document. The properties tell you something about the object. So we have properties that you can change. You can get information about the object, or you can set it to something new. So we could change the location of the Mario sprite. We could change the opacity of the UFO. We could change the scale. In JavaScript, we can change the inside of an element. We also have methods. We are able to have methods to cause an action, a move, to print something on the screen. In JavaScript, we have a method called getElementById. Sometimes the methods need more information so they can find or do the action. So in this case, we have parameters. And finally, events. Well, when do you want some kind of action to happen? So we have events such as when the arrow key is pressed, when the Android sprite is touched. We have an on-click event. And we have these objects, methods, properties, and events for HTML elements. So if we look at it, we have HTML code. Well, when the browser loads this, it loads it into an object tree. And each element is an object, as well as the text inside is an object. So we have an HTML element inside of the document. Inside the HTML element, we have a head. So one thing inside of here is a head. Inside of the head is a title. So this element has information inside of it. These are separate objects. This is the tag title with the end and the close. This is what's inside of the element. Then we have the body. Inside the body, we have a heading 1, and we have the text for heading 1. We have a paragraph. Inside of this, we have text, and we have an ID attribute for it. So what we're going to do is explore how the HTML DOM methods and properties work. So think about what we learned about properties. And we're going to start looking here. Well, we have an inner HTML property. We have a paragraph. So we're going to look at, well, how is this code part of the DOM? And what methods can we use to access it? So here's a method accessing the document, so this entire document, and it's saying in this document, get the ID demo. So it's looking for this object here, that parameter, and it's changing the inside. This is a property. So the document is the object, getElementById is the method, demo is the parameter, and inner HTML is the property.